Hi there, Ragav. So it's nice to see that you've written your first set of essays for us. Let's see what you wrote in this set. The first one is about an enjoyable activity, better skills and more creativity than reading. Let's see what you said. Since the last decade, there has been ongoing discussion regarding how to improve abilities of young children. I think the debate is purely focused on life skills. This essay will analyze the viewpoint and use examples from computer games and sports to demonstrate the view and prove the argument. Okay, so first of all, I wouldn't have put a comma here, but more importantly, I'm not really sure what this means. I mean, where is your position in this? You're saying that the debate is purely focused on life skills. By the way, this is grammatically wrong. It should be focused ED. So I don't know what that means. I mean, does that mean that you're in favor of reading, or does it mean you're in favor of enjoyable activities? It's really unclear, okay? Okay, firstly, lowercase d. Firstly, despite the fact that reading gives pleasure to, well, don't talk only about teenagers. It could be children as well, younger children, so don't limit yourself here. It cannot make them better at decision making, get rid of skill, and cognitive power. However, children who play video games are not only good at accurate decision making, but also use their intellectual power enormously. For example, a recent study published by Harvard University, capital U, cited that children who play competitive video games, such as 2048, 3 hours per week, are excellent at maths calculations. Therefore, it is clear that playing a console game is fruitful. Okay, that's fine. Secondly, reading activity is, no, let's try it again. Secondly, reading is a knowledge enhancer, but it is limited. This is due to the fact that sports can teach, you're missing a link here. There's some sort of like mental leap that you're asking your reader to make, but you don't want your reader to leap. You want your reader to go step by step through your logic. So you're missing something here. First you're talking about reading, and then you're saying that the reason for this is that sports can teach multitasking steps. That's not accurate. Instead of this is due to the fact that I have another suggestion. Show that these are two contrasting things. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Secondly, reading is a knowledge enhancer, but it is limited. In contrast, sport can teach multitasking skills. It is fact that the human mind can process merely a single thought at a time, and it slows down the processing power when it comes to handling, ing, several thoughts at the same time. Nevertheless, playing a sport can overcome this is condition. Take an example of a cricket game. The player has to judge ball speed, think of the ball direction, and swing a bat according to ball movement, etc. Consequently, young people become multiprocessors, eventually. Okay, I have to think about that for a second. Let's look at your conclusion, though. To conclude from the examples and arguments, I utterly agree with the notion that imagination can certainly improve by practical skills rather than just reading a book. In the future, children will be intelligent and self-capable to make vital decisions. All right. So let's talk a little bit about this essay now. You were supposed to talk about better skills and more creativity. What did you do here? Here you talked about decision-making and cognitive power. Okay. Here you talked about multitasking. So where is the argument about creativity? The essay very clearly says better skills and creativity. I didn't see anything about creativity, however. Now, here you said something about imagination, but by the time you get to your conclusion, it's just too late. I mean, you were supposed to develop this idea in your body paragraphs and certainly not in your conclusion. So this is going to create a problem for you in terms of your task achievement. So keep that in mind. Make sure you answer all part of the tasks as they are presented. So it's definitely worthwhile to spend a couple of minutes looking through the tasks to make sure you understand exactly what is being asked. All right, let's take a look at your second essay. This is about schools being more entertaining or if they should merely educate. Okay, so in the globe, let's try that again. Around the globe, the education system is quite complex, and there are certain ways to enhance it. I believe that schools must provide lectures with enjoyment. This benefits, with an S, students, S, to a large extent. This essay will discuss the viewpoint and use examples from recent studies in popular school education systems, S, to demonstrate the view and prove arguments. Okay, fine. Firstly, lowercase I, you did the same thing in your previous essay and you're doing it here too. Only the first word has the first letter capitalized. Everything else, no, unless it's a proper noun. So, firstly, it is absolutely vital for individuals, S, to be educated, but it should be in such a way that a complex subject can be understood easily. This is because science is difficult to understand and it requires detailed attention. It has been observed by Harvard University that school teaches the subject by blending hilarious science videos. Then, students, S, capture every detail without paying too much concentration. Therefore, it can be seen from above light. No, that's not accurate. Therefore, it can be seen that education with fun is amazing methodology. All right, so let's look at your second body paragraph. Secondly, pupils always have anxiety about school exams. Know that. This is due to the fact that students, S, neither have confidence nor are they interested in study. I think that's what you mean. Nevertheless, by commencing, no, get rid of the comma here. Nevertheless, by commencing education games, students become not only engaged in the subject, but also boost their confidence, lowercase e. For instance, London Schools of Arts and Science published an article which clearly showed that it has been using games to teach students, S, who have suffered from dyslexia, and it has achieved great success. Get rid of that greater. Greater success in whom? So just great. Consequently, it is justified that entertainment helps every young student in education regardless of their background. To conclude with the examples and arguments, I wholeheartedly agree that even though the conventional education system has been working for ages, learning in an entertaining, ing way, not has proved significantly, has done what significantly? Has improved education significantly. Something, you need to rephrase this paragraph. This way, future students will have enjoyable education life. All right, that's a little awkward. I can't say that I love this conclusion. There are a couple of problems with it that make it a little incoherent and not really the most clearly written paragraph I've read. So I want you to make some changes to make sure that your meaning and your kind of summary of all of these issues comes across more clearly, okay? So here's the good news about your paragraphs, about your essays. They are answering the questions. You're on topic, and that's important, so well done there. Your adherence to the template is quite good. You're doing a good job there. You're following it quite accurately, so very good job there as well. The vocabulary is fine, but your grammar has some errors. I mean, there are not so many errors that I don't understand what you're writing, but for sure there are some things that you need to work on a little bit in terms of your grammar, okay? So let's talk about that now. The first thing I want you to do is correct these essays based on the suggestions in this video. The second thing you need to do is create an error correction list. So you'll write down each of the errors that was pointed out to you, and the next to each error, write down what the corrected version would be. This is a list you're going to add to with each essay correction you get back. And then, of course, the third thing you need to do is write us a new set of essays. Try to do this within the next day or so you can really apply everything you've been learning, okay? So go ahead, get that started, and we'll meet back here with your next set of essays. Okay, so good luck to you.